Hello everyone, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and having a great day. First up, the market is down a tiny bit except for EOS. But there seems to be a reason for this, as it already seems to be picking itself back up. The news of the day is the CEO of Binance, currently the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange by trading volume, has hit back at reports that the exchange is to receive a warning from Japan's financial regulator over its operations in the country. The moment this happened, the moment that we got this news, the market started to dip because people were afraid that Binance was going to be shut down in some way. According to a report from Nikkei on Thursday that is being widely cited, the country's financial service agency, the FSA, may be about to order the Hong Kong-based firm to cease offering services in the country since it is not registered with the regulator. The report said the FSA is concerned that the company's operations may pose a risk to the country's investors and may lodge criminal charges with the police authorities if Binance does not comply with registration mandate. I understand why there's fear in the markets, but the fact that it dips for every single little thing is kind of insane. So I'm glad that the people who are charged with something or something negative against them come out very quickly on social media to kind of ease tensions. The CEO of Binance, Changpeng Zhao, has since hit back at reports saying, since the firm is in dialogue with the regulator, Nikkei showed irresponsible journalism. We are in constructive dialogues with Japan FSA and have not received any mandates. It does not make sense for JFSA to tell a newspaper before telling us. While we have an active dialogue going on with them, it appears this once again was something false. I've noticed so many times now that any type of large news agency, the moment they get wind of any type of negative cryptocurrency news, they know that it sells. They know that this is what people are looking for. When people are always looking for the negative news as opposed to the good news, and they keep jumping the gun. We had this so many over the last 10 weeks. This was constant with every single country banning it or so and doing this and stopping this, and it was all fake. And this is just another instance. I'm very glad that the market didn't dip by 20% because this is only a cryptocurrency exchange. But again, it is only a cryptocurrency exchange. This should have no effect on the entire price because whatever the case might be, you guys know what I'm trying to say. It's just kind of ridiculous. Next up, it appears that Google will be creating their own blockchain in the future. Citing credible sources, Bloomberg is reporting that Google is planning to create its own blockchain and offer cloud and transactional services through it. The Alphabet Inc. unit is developing its own distributed digital ledger that third parties can use to post and verify transactions, said one of the sources. Google Cloud platform offers various products in computing, storage, networking, and other tools, while the company promises security through identity-aware proxy and multiple-factor authentication. Centralized computing networks still pose a threat to its users, so using decentralized technology will further strengthen Google's secure infrastructure. There was news, it has to be for about a year now, that Google was going to start to accept cryptocurrencies, or that they were making their own cryptocurrency, or that they were going to accept Litecoin because Bitcoin was slow, or they were going to accept Ripple because this was so-and-so, and then someone got news that they were going to integrate EOS, or they were going to integrate so-and-so. I at no point believed, and I still firmly do not believe that Google will actually, they even note BAT here as well. If Google is going to, I don't think people understand just how big Google actually is. They are not a small company, and they own thousands of companies as it is right now. At any point, I did not expect them or do not expect them to integrate any cryptocurrencies to their systems. If they are going to integrate any type of cryptocurrency, it will be their own. And they've made sure to kind of step back from cryptocurrencies anyway, because there's the entire aspect of prices floating up and down. And you have to understand that if a major company like this releases their own cryptocurrency and the price goes from $300 and one day falls to around $56, people are going to be very angry, and they're going to blame Google for it, because this is how humans react to prices going up and down. They looked for someone to point the finger at and to blame. So it appears at the moment they are just going to create their blockchain, but I assume within the next couple of years, I think some type of coin or something may come forward, but I do think the coins that we have now will probably not be integrated by Google anytime in the near future. Last up in the kind of super significant news, it's not really floating around a lot, but it's actually really big. China has recently once again kind of opened its doors a bit more to the rest of the world. For the first time in history, the Chinese government and its central bank, the People's Bank of China, has opened its $27 trillion payment market to the world. Foreign firms are now allowed to apply for licenses to operate within China, competing against local service providers. There's been a lot of, there was something earlier as well, and I didn't want to include it in this video because it would make the video way too long. It was pretty much about, there's news that Ripple may be trying to enter the Chinese market because of what is happening. The fact that China has finally opened their doors to the rest of the world. China is a very tight country in order to get anything inside of, because they want to be able to control everything. And also because the new central bank head Yi Gang stated that Bitcoin is currency that provides freedom to anyone that uses this. This is the new, gosh, what is he? The new head of finance in the country? No, sorry, the new head of the central bank. So for anyone in the central bank or central anything in China to come forward saying that Bitcoin is a currency that provides freedom to anyone that uses it, that is kind of massive for people who don't know it. He also has a very optimistic view on blockchains and on cryptocurrencies. So there's been a lot of talk that they may eventually, what I've been saying for a while, allow cryptocurrencies within the country as long as they have control over it. This is going to be massive going forward, but don't get your hopes up as that high. I want to say they will only be accepting, or probably will only be accepting, coins that have a face to them. I want to say there's been news that Ethereum is trying to enter the Chinese market because there is a face to it. There's news that Ripple is trying to enter because there's a face to the company. And also there's been a lot of news that Neo is has been actively talking with the Chinese government because they also have a face to their company. They need an office in order to be able to kind of, talk to these people. And this is kind of what China wants. There was a local analyst who said, in summary, the Chinese government has shown a positive attitude towards blockchain technology despite its enforcement on cryptocurrency and mining operations. China wants to control cryptocurrency, and China will get control. The repeated enforcements by the regulators were meant to protect its citizens. It's a lie. From the financial risks of cryptocurrencies and limit capital outflow. That is the truth. There was something, I'm sorry for getting really excited there. There was something about a year or two ago where, not to, get off the point of cryptocurrencies, China has a really big problem with people trying to get out of the country and or flee the country, and it's very difficult to do so if you are very, very rich. So this is where cryptocurrencies kind of comes in, and this is why they're clamping down. There was something a couple years ago for people who were living inside of China who were very, very rich. They were literally buying paintings for $100 million. They were shipping it over to London, selling it at any type of auction, and that money was going into their UK bank account. These people were getting on planes, flying to the UK, and were then living there, and this is how they got around the restrictions. So China has made it so that there's so many, you can't buy this, you can't do this. I think you're only allowed to take out, I think something like 100 or 200,000 a year from your bank account that can go offshore, something like that now. So cryptocurrency was the way that rich people were pretty much going to take their money out of the country because of all the controls within China. So I assume crypto will eventually be allowed, but not in the way that we are all thinking. All right, everyone, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you're all having a great day wherever you are, wherever you might be. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you once again for all the support. Hope these prices go back up. And yeah, I will talk to you all soon. See you.